Hello.
Welcome to the latest installment of the developer Let's Play for World's Dawn.
That's good.
We
need like a jingle. I was thinking about that, like a little song or maybe just like a little sound effect at the beginning. Yeah. Maybe our faces in like a cartoony kind of style to be like, hey.
You know, it should be like the opening to like I don't know, some like cop crime drama where it's like all shaded dark and like our faces like are looking at some evidence and we look up and our names pop up
in like one color and then the other color with it. Yeah.
Like you just have sunglasses and then you just like throw them and then your name appears.
With a different like silly pun at the end of every. Yep.
And there's like I don't know, a gavel in the background, just because justice.
Because that is pretty much the theme of World's Dawn.
Pretty much that.
Law and justice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Being upheld. Cool horse prophet.
Cool horse prophet. All right, so we're giving Bloom the wooden horse that I believe Benjamin gave us.
I love that. Cool horse prophet.
You can have it, Bloom.
For his action figures.
Yeah. He's going to add that to his collection. And hopefully bring us something. I don't know if Bloom quite understands the idea of the trade sequence, but
I have a feeling he'll remember. He'll remember.
I have a feeling. I have the same feeling. I think so. All right, we'll call Bagel back inside. Come on in, Bagel. One more day. One more day till summer.
Do you ever think Bagel wants to just like sidestep, like do a different stall? Like I don't know.
I feel like I always do that. Oh hey.
Hey. Hey, you.
We caught a dust copper. That's our first dust copper.
Yeah, I was going to say. I don't think we've even seen one.
I don't even think we've seen one either. Yeah, wow. I wonder if something cool happens when we see them all.
Probably not. You probably just sell them for like 10 coins and move about your day. That's probably it.
I should probably hold on to my fish.
Hold on to your fish. With the amount of bait that you find, hold on to your fish.
Man, don't have much to sell. I guess I'm gonna hold on to my strawberries as well. Yeah. Okay.
Interesting.
I don't feel great about that, but
hey, I mean, it's fine. You get some bait. Here's some bait. That's all you need. You just get some bait. Just get yourself some bait. Get yourself some bait.
That's the only. Oh, more bait!
More bait!
What if you did that like every single time I dug up a little bit?
Oh man! Oh man!
That's what. Yeah. See, I think just jingles in general.
Jingles and bits. That's just all man. Let's meme ourselves all the way to the top.
All the way to the top.
All the way.
We've got a couple things to do here.
I was gonna say like
change a bit.
Put your bangles on.
Yeah.
Looking dapper.
Let's not sleep on our old old dirty
the country bedspread.
Yeah, that's good. And we kind of breezed over this, but we got this from the sage glop, a little ficus tree.
I like it. It's nice. It's minimalistic, but it pops.
Yeah, it brings a little.
Really makes the wall color pop. Sometimes you need an accent wall. Sometimes you just need a tree in your house.
Sometimes you just need a tree
in your house. That's
in your house.
Just roots growing everywhere. That's what you need. Sometimes you just need to recreate the forest temple in your house.
Oh, that would be pretty cool.
That would be
cool.
You
could go that far with it and just plant a whole bunch of stuff.
You know what I was thinking? So with the Super Mario Maker 2 the hype going on, they need to make a Super Zelda Maker.
Yes.
Like customizable dungeons and stuff.
That would be so cool.
That would be so awesome.
Yeah.
I have no idea how, because I would I mean the classics like bird's eye view Zelda's top down would probably be
style.
On the easier side, but the 3D stuff I don't even know how they would do it, but that would be awesome.
I've seen some people in the new game Dreams on PS4.
Yeah.
I've seen some people recreate levels from classic games, like they have Kokiri Forest from Zelda Ocarina of Time. Obviously, you can't copy it one-to-one exactly, but to see people's interpretations of those different things is really cool. the amount of time that people, spend on like the original Mario Maker, some of that stuff is just mind-blowing.
Insane.
Yeah.
Insane.
Crazy. All right, so Barley's just coming to say hello to make sure we're happy and doing well after our first season. And
he remembers the stew.
yeah, just a few weeks ago, he was welcoming us to Sugar Blossom Village for the very first time. So we've come a long way in,
We really
in a
have,
short time.
when you think about it.
Yeah. Thanks, Barley. This certainly makes me feel at home here, having all these visits.
I like enjoy these last few hours of spring.
That sounds a little ominous.
When the bell tolls,
yeah.
spring will be over.
Oh, I said 22. That is pathetic. Nope. Yeah, that's something a lot of people will comment on. A lot of the characters will comment on as the end of the season that you're playing, and I feel that in real life sometimes. Like right now, it's like spring is
in the air.
It's
that's cliche, but
yeah.
it's literally in the air and like on the ground. It's like, oh, spring's everywhere.
Yeah, it just there's a little bit of anxiety that comes with the changing of seasons. It's like time passes and there's not much you can do about it. But
that's very existential. I was just gonna say I like the fresh air is always what gets me. Whenever I smell like a fresh spring air, I'm brought back to like the days when I'd just be like driving window down, just like no responsibilities, no bills to pay. Oh God, I'm getting existential too.
Yeah, that's always, you don't want to go too far down that. There's a certain smell in the morning that just like, on a crisp morning that takes me back to, no, that's not what I was trying to do. Takes me back to like all the summer camps, like soccer camps and things that I would do as a kid, and just like being out in the middle of like this giant field with like a million other kids running around, and just like the sounds and the smells. And yeah,
you said the word morning and you said the word crisp, but now I can just think of bacon. Like, I don't know why. Now I'm thinking about
you
bacon.
You just got stuck on those words.
Like crisp morning bacon.
Yeah. The crisp, fresh spring air. Come on, man.
Yeah, fresh spring bacon. As I always say, get your bacon while it's fresh. Eat your bacon while it's fresh.
That is what they say.
That's what they say.
We got tasty milk for the first time from Bagel, so that means Bagel is coming
finally
around.
Loving you.
Yeah.
I felt like that took a while longer. Like I know it didn't, but
disclaimer, it's possible we could have done that a while ago and I just didn't notice the little heart. I don't know.
That's fair.
We have established that I can get kind of distracted.
Wasn't there one day you forgot to feed Bagel too? I think there was one day.
Yeah, let's not remind us of that. I think I'm so happy to be done with winter and fine with any season after.
Isn't it weird to think like Brent's talking about the last winter, but from your perspective and the perspective of the meta game, there was no winter before this.
Yeah.
So
wherever Prophet was before Sugar Blossom,
like Sugar Blossom popped into existence as soon as you entered here.
Yeah.
That's super meta and existential.
Yeah. It is interesting because it really depends on how you think about things. Like I wanted to start the game at the beginning of spring. It just kind of makes sense to me.
Yeah, that's a good. Oh, it's always a good place to start.
Spring, the first day of spring. But you could have easily done it like the school year starts in the fall, or you could have started at any time really.
I always think about like games that have like seasonality as like part of its core, and how like either spring or fall are always like, here are the starting seasons to get you like integrated into the game, and then the other seasons are like less forgiving.
Yeah, you should know what you're doing by then.
Yeah, like the Don't Starve series, that's a good one.
That game is too
a lot of colony simulators, same thing with that.
Yeah.
Good times.
Closed today, of course. We just saw Benjamin down by the ocean. What am I thinking?
Like a hunter's working even though the shop's closed.
Yeah.
Sometimes you just gotta chop wood.
Yeah.
I imagine that's pretty cathartic. Like, I need to like get an axe and like a pile of wood and just chop some wood.
I would think it's the same as like a punching bag or something, like letting out aggression with a healthy outlet. That's a positive thing, I think.
Just gotta, sometimes you need that outlet.
Yeah. I think Hunter, in such a small village, you would perhaps think their schedules are flexible.
That's
you know,
true.
I could see him being like, "Oh, I want to go play lockball tomorrow, so I'm going to work today instead," or that kind of thing. Benjamin seems
floating
like he
hours.
would begrudgingly agree to something like that. I keep wanting to collect stuff, but I've only got so many empty bottles.
I mean, collecting stuff is the basis, core of any game, really, when you think about it.
Is that true?
Well, okay. Tell me a game in which you're not collecting stuff. Like, either it can be, like tchotchkes or, points or lives, coins, high score, like collecting story, like,
whoa,
every
you
game
just turned
had
it
collecting
around for
everything.
Me. I was trying to think of like, but if you think of it as like story, collecting more bits of the story. I was gonna say like Shadow of the Colossus. You're not really collecting stuff, but I guess
each time you slay a Colossus, you collect a piece of story.
You're collecting more.
Interesting. Yeah. It's like a jigsaw puzzle. You know, you finish it, put a new piece together. By the end of it, you have this extremely fun and difficult puzzle that was well worth your time.
Good point and well said. Would you like to voice Cole or Dimitri?
I'll do Dimitri.
Okay.
Some of these pieces are just beautiful. Are you ever just blown away at what Amber can create on a canvas?
I'm never not blown away. The way she's able to capture an emotion using simple shades and colors is incredible, especially when I compare it to my own awful doodles.
Really? You're not good at drawing? You're such a creative person. I would have thought you'd picked it up easily.
I wish. Every time I put brush to paper, it looks like the first attempt of a child. Smiley face on the sun, 2 stick figures holding hands. The works, yeah? Artistic talent might come more naturally to one person than another, but in the end, how good you are comes down to how many hours you spend honing your skill.
I suppose it's like any other craft in that way. Amber has painting, you have music, Anna has her floral arrangements, Benjamin has his carpentry.
And you can plan the heck out of a festival. As a scatterbrained songwriter, that's just as impressive to me as Amber's art.
I wasn't fishing for the compliment, but I'll take it. When you tell Amber I bought one of her paintings, make sure she knows it wasn't just because you flattered me first.
Will do. Take care, Dimitri. We always do it. Yep, ends.
Ends.
Yeah.
There was really good Cole.
You think so?
I really felt
you felt it.
You were personifying Cole. It was really good.
Aw, thanks. I liked your Dimitri.
Oh, thank you.
It was a different take on Dimitri.
Yeah, I was doing the Dimitri who had crisp spring bacon for breakfast and is
I've heard a lot of people play the role of Dimitri in my life, and you are definitely among the top.
We'll call you if we want to try out. So.
It's always fun to just kind of walk in. I didn't have any particular reason to stop by the gallery, but
just walk in and see what's going on.
And you get to see. And we got rewarded with what we collected a see.
Yeah, exactly. You see what I mean? That's exactly what I'm talking about.
Just blowing my mind with that.
So, how'd you like a question?
Let's do it.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
I think this is a pretty long one, so we'll tackle it maybe in a few different pieces. But
sure.
YouTube comment, Super Droozle. I think we've had a few.
Yeah, Super Droozle.
Yeah. So okay,
buddy.
I know, buddy, indeed. I was listening to the Kane and Rince podcast earlier today, the Breath of the Wild show. During their 3-word review segment, someone who tweeted was Wayward Prophet. This was you, I presume?
It was me. Yeah, that's great. I responded to this on YouTube, but it totally was me. It's funny that we have there's another fan of the Kane and Rince podcast.
And Super Droozle knows this because it continues on. Cool, I really like that podcast as well.
Awesome, yeah.
Almost knowing that you would say yes. Are there any other podcasts you and Mike listen to, gaming related or no?
Yes, there are.
Do tell.
Kane and Rince, I'll just take a minute to shout out Kane and Rince because they're certainly one of the most they go very, very in-depth on one particular game in each episode. So at this point, they've done hundreds and hundreds of episodes. So chances are they'll have played one of your favorite games and do this like deep dive talking about the development of it, talking about their feelings on the story and the mechanics and the themes, and just really intelligent people. They're very well spoken, and they don't get caught up with a lot of the like, I don't know, the hyperbole that is a lot of places in games criticism and journalism. You know, they never say stuff like, this is the best ever or the worst ever. They're very fair in their assessment and point out some, really interesting stories and criticisms and things of games. So, Kane and Rince, check them out for sure. Other podcasts I listen to, mostly games podcasts. The Experience Points podcast is one I would wholly recommend. That's kind of a smaller one, but it's just two guys who have, again, been doing this for years and hundreds of episodes, and they just have a very, very good dynamic going back and forth and covering a different topic on each episode. So, those are two that I would heartily recommend, and I listen to those weekly as they come out. How about you? Do you have any? Yeah,
I would say my brother and me, the McElroys.
Yes,
that's
nice.
Fantastic. Another one they do, the Adventure Zone. I like me some D&D podcasts.
Yeah.
So that's a big one. Shout outs to.
I
forgot. Yeah,
no
kidding.
Critical Role
that's
shirt.
I
I also am a fan of Critical Role.
Yeah.
Though I usually try to watch that if I can, or at least have the video on.
Yeah, I'll try and catch it live, but I definitely am subscribed to that podcast. Get that content that I need. So Adventure Zone, another D&D podcast, the Glass Cannon Nation podcast. Like, they got a series. Shout out to them. I love them. That kind of stuff. And then every now and then, I'll find something new and get hooked on that for a while. So those are my favorites, though.
It's fun. I love listening to podcasts. Like, if I can be listening while I am working, like if I am working on something that allows me to kind of zone out a little bit and listen, I'll do that, or I'll do it when I'm doing chores, like I just mowed the lawn today, and that's a great time to just like listen to a podcast in the background. So I'm always looking, if anyone out there has recommendations, I'm always looking for new stuff to listen to. So was there more to the long crazy
there absolutely is more. Absolutely.
Sure, okay.
So also, what are some of you guys' favorite YouTubers, and can you recommend a few preferably small channels?
I guess that goes a little bit hand in hand for me, because a lot of times I will, have a video on in the background or something. YouTubers, I feel like that's an interesting word. Like, I sometimes don't know who would call themselves like a YouTuber compared to just like a general games media that has a YouTube channel. I really love the Easy Allies. I don't know if you are familiar at all with them. They used to be game trailers, and that got shut down a few years ago. Mm-hmm. So they kind of independently started up a Patreon, and they fund some of the most, like, I think it's the most like fun and kind of optimistic and positive like media there is about games, because I don't know, I sometimes just get tired of how cynical and jaded a lot of the like older journalists can be. I would recommend pretty much anything Easy Allies does. They have a podcast that comes out once a week as well, but they do fun stuff. They do like betting specials before E3 and other conferences every year, and they do fun all kinds of fun shows. So check them out for sure. For more of the like academic stuff, I really like Mark Brown, who does Game Maker's Toolkit is the name of a series that he does, which it's essentially kind of like digs pretty deep into like a specific mechanic of a game. He did a whole series on the dungeons in the Zelda series. Like each episode, like each video was a different game in the series, and the maps that he makes, like in that series, just like he kind of lays out the dungeons in a way that's like so easy to understand, and you can tell he just puts so much time and thought into his analyses and criticism. So Mark Brown, definitely check him out. I like Eurogamer's YouTube content quite a bit. They do some great Let's Plays and other stuff. Smaller. I don't know, I'm trying to Yeah. I guess those are my big ones. I also I've recently kind of went on a binge of the Boundary Break YouTube channel.
Yeah.
Which he like takes the camera of games like sort of behind the scenes to all the stuff the developers didn't
interesting
want
stuff. Yeah.
There's some fascinating stuff that just leaves you like scratching your head of like why did this need to be here? And as a developer myself, it's just really interesting to see some of my favorite games like how did they do this? Or like stuff in the background that like you would never see or notice because they're never the actual focus, like being able to really take a detailed look at some of that stuff that was never intended to be shown. So
yeah.
What about you? What are your favorite?
Oof.
Some of your favorites.
My big problem is that a lot of like my favorite YouTubers, they're Twitch streamers who also post their content to YouTube.
It's a blurred lines.
But I'd be unable to comment further. Vine Sauce is like one of my favorite streamers who also has some YouTube stuff. I feel like Vinny, he's just like, I love his humor. He's super chill. It's just fun to watch him play and like I don't know. I just every day I watch his content every day. Nice. When I miss streams, I'll watch the content on YouTube and. I don't know if that counts, but
Sure, I would say so.
Yeah. As far as Matt Colville, he's a D&D guy. He's a DM. He runs this whole How to Be a Good DM series.
I've watched a couple of those. Yeah.
Those he's Matt Colville. He's like I like his advice. It's all good stuff. But I don't know. There's something like it's just entertaining to listen to him and talk and like the way he's well spoken. Yeah. He's energetic and I just like to watch his content.
I'm always trying to get better. I'm so jealous of people like that it comes like naturally
to
them to
right?
just be so like charismatic and.
I know. I love it.
Yeah.
Yep. So that would probably be my answer.
Awesome.
Vine Sauce, Vinny, and Matt Colville.
Great. Yeah. Great.
Good question.
Great answer. Great question. And a great place to end the episode as we prepare to bunk down for the night and enter summer.
New season.
Yeah, it should be really exciting. We kind of breezed over it. We did not manage to grow any of those other crops.
I was gonna let you off easy.
Yeah, that's okay. So. Perhaps summer will be a little more responsible. We're always learning.
Yeah, that's fine.
But yeah, before we do that, let's look at one more piece of fan art in this episode. Fan art of the episode. This one.
Fan art of the episode.
Is from @Let the Body Fall. I believe it's not the first piece we featured of theirs, but a really lovely sketch of Amber. Very quick,
I love like the oh man, that's it's so crazy like lines and like pencil and like it's
how it comes how it all comes together and like brings her character out in such a like there's such a personality behind those like sketched lines. Like it's crazy, very impressive,
amazing, absolutely amazing.
And I believe they are following the Let's Play series along. So
thank you for your art
very
and your views.
Keep up the amazing work and to the rest of you, thanks for joining us, and we've got some exciting stuff coming up. See you then.